What is up, guys? Flossy Missiles here. In today's video, we're gonna be working on this gem right here. This is the 84 Westfalia that the wheel came off of when we were towing home. But yeah, it hasn't ran since 2002, and it's just been parked, supposedly. It ran when parked, but you know how those usually go. You usually park something for a reason. You don't just park a perfectly good car, usually sell it or do something. But yeah, it's been parked since 2002. I went ahead and vacuumed the engine bay out a little bit because I was full of rat and mice turds and spiders and all that kind of stuff. I'm probably going to spray down with the air hose still. But as you can see, a lot of stuff is just completely chewed up. Yeah, you can see it's everywhere. Everything's chewed. But I got this one sitting over here. This is my 85. That's the one I took the wheels off of for this one. So I could tow it. But yeah, I'm probably going to pop that engine cover off and copy the wiring so I can get everything right. First thing actually I'm going to do though is pull all the plugs, put a little bit of Marvel's Mystery down it, see if I can get it to turn over by hand, and then we're going to go to AutoZone, get a compression checker, compression tester, and compression check this motor before I even begin diving into all other crap. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Plug doesn't look too bad. It'll focus on it. No rust on it, which is always a good sign. Check out how much crap flew out of this thing. This is after vacuuming it already. I already vacuumed the engine bay. And I don't know if you can see all the way down there. There's stuff everywhere. So much stuff flew out of here with the compressor. It's like big chunks. There's like rocks and nuts and all kinds of stuff. I mean, all these plugs don't look half bad. I mean, sure, they're black, but no water in there, which is awesome. All right, so I just got a little paint cap right here, spray paint cap. Got some Marvel's Mystery. Let's pour a little bit in there. We don't need much. A little bit inside. And then here's a syringe. Dip the plunger so it'll slide a little better in. There we go. So you don't need much in each cylinder. And I go ahead and put it in. Okay. All the cylinders now have Marvel's Mystery oil in them. I'm gonna get a big wrench and we'll throw it on this alternator and we'll try to see if this motor spins over. So it looks like it's gonna be a 24. Fits right on there. Oh my gosh. Probably didn't even need Marvel's Mystery. I mean, it's good to protect the cylinder walls and the piston rings, but oh, turned over a little bit then stopped. There's no plugs in it right now, so it shouldn't have any compression. Let me see if I can get some hands on the actual crank itself, because now the belt is just spinning. So let's see what I can do. Oh no, it's locked up a little bit. Oh no, we're good. Oh yeah. Oh man, there's all this crap on the crank. When I say crap, I mean like spiders and earwigs and stuff. Whatever. Don't bite me. But no, she's spinning over freely. Cool. I ghettoly just hooked up this battery. The cables aren't quite long enough for it. Just to see if it'll crank over. Since it spins over so smoothly with my hands, hopefully the mice didn't get to the wiring for the starter. But if it does, it's going to spray that Marvel's Mystery out of it. Hopefully it doesn't hit my cabinet. I don't think it will. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and crank it really quick. Let me put this camera over here in case it squirts out. How about right there? We got lights on the dash. Oh yeah, she cranks over. I don't know if that battery's toast, but it sounds pretty weak. Cranking does. Just made it back from AutoZone. This is the compression tester tool. You just screw that right into your spark plug hole. Maybe this one, we'll see. And crank it over, wide open throttle, and see what kind of numbers you're getting. On a Volkswagen, whenever you're doing a compression test, always start with cylinder number 3. It's the one that gets the hottest. It's closest to the transmission. That's usually the one that's dead. The cylinder 3. That's only reading at like 55. That can't be right. Maybe it is, and the cylinder is just super dead. I'm gonna check the O-ring on where it goes in. Okay, that's more like it. Looks like what we got, 140. Oh, sorry. Looks like we got 140. I was panicking for a second, honestly, because that one I got from AutoZone, that compression tester, it was reading 45 on every single cylinder, and I was like, that can't be right. 45 on every single cylinder, that doesn't make sense. There's no variation. I mean, that's super low first off, but there's no variation at all. So I went to Harbor Freight and I picked up this dude right here. It was 40 bucks after the discount. It's like the built, and it was the best one they had. It had like the most fittings, the most attachments or whatever. So, whew, that's actually a really good number for cylinder number 3. That is not bad at all. Stoked. Compression numbers are all great. I think this thing is going to run. They're pretty much 145 all the way around, except for this last one was dang near 180. They're probably a little bit higher than normal because they have a little bit of Marvel's Mystery. I tried to turn it over for a long time with no plugs in it to get it all pushed out of there. And so hopefully there wasn't that much in there. Those numbers are pretty accurate because that's pretty high compression for a motor with 200,000 miles on it, and that's been sitting for 20 years. But yeah, super stoked. The next steps are cleaning up all this chewed up wiring and rewiring stuff, which is not going to be fun. Rerunning all these vacuum lines. As you can see, there's like busted up vacuum lines everywhere. Every vacuum line is like destroyed, as you can see. And then fuel line. Here's the fuel line. I took it off the one in case, I didn't know if there was any fuel in it. There wasn't any, but I took this one off. And yeah, so we're replacing all the fuel lines to the tank. Hopefully our fuel pump is still good. Kind of questionable, sitting for 20 years, but who knows, could be. So yeah, I'll probably start with the wiring first, and then vacuum line, and then fuel line. I don't know. Those two might flip-flop, but oh, even water lines. Look at that. This one's completely shot, so and run a few water lines, I guess. Check this out. I just pulled this taillight off to get to some more wiring, and boom, those are all eaten. Look at that. There's the harness right there. Mice really did work on this thing, but we're slowly making progress. Look at that. There's just another piece of wires chilling. But I'm having an issue finding where these two wires go. Right here. Even with my Vanagon, right here, it's hard to find. I think it's these ones, but I can't seem to find them on the other one. Got my boy Orange Case joining me. He just wants love. He's kind of mad now. Here's a little bit of love. Anyways, it's 9:25 right now at night. I've been working on this thing all day. I kept coming across more wires that have been chewed on. More wires that were completely missing. I had to look up so many diagrams and schematics on how what this wiring is done. I had this van for reference, but surprisingly a lot of the stuff was different. But all the engine wiring is completely finished. It's all finished out. Took forever. I still haven't finished wiring the taillights. See, look, he's rolling in the dirt over there. I still haven't finished with wiring the taillights, but I am just so tired. I'm gonna do that tomorrow, and I'm gonna I'm gonna run the fuel line and the vacuum line tomorrow. Now that all the wiring's done, I think that was the hardest part. I don't know, but we'll pick back up tomorrow. It is the next morning now. I went ahead and finished both the wirings of the side markers and the rear taillights. When I popped the taillights out, there's tons of like dirt and like mice hair and all kinds of crap. So I spent forever, all these tissues, cleaning it up with some degreaser. As you can see, it's a total mess out here now. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this area and then kind of restart the day. I've been moving right along with all the vacuum line and all the fuel line, but I'm out of stock right now. I need to go to the store and get some more 5/16 fuel hose and some other sizes, but I just pulled that because I was measuring how long I need. But anyways, I just pulled the one going in the tank. Oh, that thing came out right now. A few drops came out right when I pulled that thing off, and it was like brown. So I'm hoping this tank isn't completely shot. That would suck to drop this tank to drain it. Hopefully it's not though. Hopefully I'm gonna put some fresh fuel in there and some nice fuel filters. Probably change those out after the first 15 miles and we'll be good to go, but we'll see. Before heading to the parts store, I wanted to check if the fuel pump was good, and it's actually not. So I got some jumper cables hooked up down to some smaller jumpers down here. There's my fuel pump, and you can see when I touch it, I get a little bit of spark action, but things not coming on. I had a feeling it was bad because usually when they sit for 20 years they go bad. But anyways, another reason I had a feeling it was bad was because when I was cranking it doing the compression check, you never heard it prime. Like usually you hear, like on that van right there, when you turn the key it goes vroom, vroom. That's like priming twice, like does a little thing, and this one never did that. So hopefully they can get one in like today or tomorrow, but if not, maybe I can find one off of another van. All right, I just robbed a fuel pump off that van right there and just hooked it up, and I think it's good. Let me show you guys real quick. So here we go. This is the fuel pump that I stole. Well, it's a little different style actually. It's a lot smaller, but it has like this big rubber, I guess like vibration dampener, but check this out. Pumping fuel. Well, and now it's pumping nothing, but I think it's a good one. So what you just saw me soldering was these little conversion adapters. Got an eyelet on one side and a blade tip on the other. So basically the old fuel pump, or the stock OEM style one, has these blades on it, and then the aftermarket one has like a ring terminal. And so I made these little conversion harnesses, and so yeah, I should be able just to plug one side into this side into the factory harness, and this side goes to the fuel pump. I'll be ready to rip. Here's both of them. So there's a bunch of fuel in the fuel tank actually, which sucks pretty bad because it's super duper old. Right now I'm trying to get it out. I don't know if this way is clogged because it's just coming out the other way. But basically what I got is my air hose. I'm getting a rag. It's actually an old shirt. And shove it in here. And then if you get underneath, you can see it squirting out. This fuel is old. I think a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get, oh shoot, some chunks coming out over there. I'm gonna try to get as much gas out as I can right now. I'm sure a lot of you guys, when you think about a Volkswagen bus, you don't think about a ton of vacuum or fuel line. But on the Vanagons, there's tons of little pieces of vacuum line that connect to everything in this thing. So that was a big job. So I'm just changing the oil, and this oil is super dirty, as you can see. That's like, yeah, some like mud. Luckily there's no water in it, so I'm stoked on that. I was gonna run it with this oil for the first start, but I decided, I don't know man, 18 years is a long time. If you wanna check out the gas over there, how dirty that gas was. Right there.
Well, you can't tell. Okay.
Pretty dirty gas, and that was a clean can. Also showing the engine compartment. Just put the new wires on, so I got new plug wires, got new air filter in there, if that matters. And it's all ready pretty much. Oh, don't blame me. All I gotta do now is change the oil filter, put new oil in it, water and gas, and then we'll see if it fires up. Woo! I'm putting some HD40 motor oil in here. People always ask me what kind of oil I put in these. HD40. It's like usually in a special section because they don't have like a bunch of them on the shelf. There's usually just like 3 or 4. But yeah, in my AutoZone it's like way back, and it's not even with the oils. It's with like cleaning products and all other crap. But yeah, just HD40. If you actually read the owner's manual, it says use straight 40 weight in these, and it really quiets things down. So yeah, that's what I run in mine. Alright, it's come the time. I'm gonna add the gas into the fuel tank. Hopefully there's not that much residual in there, and if it does, mix it up, maybe get 87 blend. This is 91. I also got some like injector cleaner solution. I don't know if that stuff's a gimmick or whatever, but I left old plugs in there because whenever you add any kind of like octane boosters, I feel like, or any kind of like cleaners, it usually kills your plugs. And so for the first tank, maybe the first couple tanks, if it runs, I'll keep the same plugs and I'll swap them out for new plugs. Alright, it's 10 o'clock at night now. We're gonna go for our first start attempt. I have to use this jumper because that battery is like donezo, does not work. But all the fluids are in it, fresh oil, it's got some water in it. I think everything's good. Let's see what happens.
Crap. Dirt flew out at me.
18 years of sitting. First start, it goes first kick.
That was crazy. Dirt like flew out at me. I didn't know what it was flying at me.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's still dirt in the tailpipe.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. This thing sat for 18 years and just fired up first try. Oh my gosh, that's such a good feeling. I was not expecting it to start like that. I'm super stoked. It literally fired up and it's like idling smooth. Like, this is so insane. I pushed it back a little bit, but yeah, it's like idling super duper smooth. I'm kind of looking for any leaks. I don't see any. See a lot of crap burning off like the headers. That's down there. Smoking a lot. Been sitting forever, obviously. That's a lot of smoke. Holy crap. But yeah, I don't see any issues right now. I'm so stoked. I can't even believe it. I added some brake fluid to it the other day. The brakes don't work in it, by the way. And now the brakes are like locked up. So it's like super hard to push. They're dragging super hard. I got some lights on the dash. So I got a battery light and an oxygen sensor light. Let me see if I give it gas, if they'll go away. Yep. Okay. So that's like how that's how that van is. You give it gas and then those go away. I guess it's just for warm up. This light is on for the coolant. So there's gotta be some coolant issue. It's idling right at 900. This is so sweet. Oh, power steering works. Look underneath, it's probably squirting out everywhere. 257,000 miles. They parked it in 2002, so we figured it out that it had been on the road since 84, 2002, that's 18 years, and then from 2002 to 2020, it's been off the road, so that's 18 years. So half its life has been on the road, half its life it's been off. But I'm so stinking happy. I thought I was gonna be fighting on this thing all night, and yeah, I was like getting ready basically just to throw in the towel. I was gonna see if it cranked. If it didn't start, I was pretty much ready to call it quits until tomorrow, but look at that. I can't even believe it. Oh my gosh, that stinks so bad. That smells terrible. Allie's gonna get some clips of me revving it really quick.
Gosh.
It's been idling now for probably like, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, and it stinks. It's stinky.
Okay, I'm gonna go rev it just a little bit. See if I can shoot out any squirrels from the exhaust. Alright, well, that's going to be for today's video. If you'd like to give a thumbs up and subscribe to some more car content, thank you so much for watching.
That's going to be for today's video. If you'd like to give a thumbs up and subscribe to some more car content, thank you so much for watching.